What's up, you hosers? Welcome to the 5-minute major for the Winnipeg Jets. My name is PAJets fan, and I'm joined, as I always am, by my brother and partner in crime, CK. How you doing?
Absolutely wonderful. Hello, everybody.
Well, the Winnipeg Jets are in a really good situation this year to, make a run for the Stanley Cup, I think. And preseason has just ended, and today is October 1st, so we're staring down the barrel of the season. So let's take 5 minutes and go over the team. So the first round picks of the offseason were David Gustafsson. He was 60th overall, picked in the second. Not somebody we're going to see right away, but he's somebody that I think will make an impact in the future. Not a lot there. The goalies that we acquired, though, or the goalie single, excuse me, is Laurent Brisket. And I think, CK, you can vouch for the fact that he looks like Connor Hellebuck this year.
Oh, he really does. He looked fantastic all through preseason. Hopefully, the nerves and everything settle down, and he looks that way during the regular season. Because if he does, you have an extremely capable backup. Or if anything happens to Helly, you got a great, great, great goaltender there.
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised at him coming in and doing that. But I guess, he was in Edmonton, and, you know better than most what Edmonton goalies can do once they get out of there. But moving on from him, the other acquisitions were Seth Griffith, excuse me, I can never say his name right, and then Curdiles. I can never say his name right either. It's a weird pronunciation, but both decent depth pickups and something that I'm looking forward to seeing them on the ice. But it's not going to be very often or right away. They're both capable, but at the same time, they're probably going to be in the NHL or the AHL, excuse me, most of the time. From there, we move on to re-signings, and this is the big one for the Winnipeg Jets. This is where we have most of our talent coming in. We re-signed Hellebuck, Trouba, Tanev, Pullman, Dano, Patan, Lipon, and Morrissey. And overall, those are all signings that we really needed. The one that's really interesting to me and that I really wanted to point out here is Marco Dano, who I think he scored a goal against the Wild during one of those games. And I'm excited to see him hopefully get a shot at actually being on the ice this year. I really like him. He has really good work ethic. He's someone I really cheer for. So, was that? Do you know if that was he scored against the Wild or?
I honestly don't remember, but then again, when we played Winnipeg, who didn't?
Right. He put up a good fight, but hey, you won the one game. But internal moves and opportunities for us are pretty clear, I think. It's not a lot of conjecture to go over here. Christian Vesalainen was looking for a shot at the NHL, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. He's either going to be on the Moose, or if he chooses, he can go back to Europe. He really just didn't come out. He didn't really impress. The game seemed to move a little bit too fast for him to really keep up with at any given point in time. You could tell he was a kid thrown in amongst NHLers, so he needs a little bit more development time. I think it was him that I texted you about the one time that was just utterly confused by Charlie Coyle. Like, he had no answer to Charlie Coyle's ability to not lose the puck, and that's Vesalainen's specialty, and you could tell he was really thrown off. But
And that's one of those, you've heard them say that thing where, it's men trying, or it's boys trying to play with men. And it was kind of that sort of that situation. Now, Coyle used to be one of those, honestly.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to do that the first couple of years either. It was the same thing. Like, he was what he loved to do was his specialty. It took Coyle a good 3-4 years of building his body and becoming an NHLer. It can be done, but it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna take a little bit more time than perhaps what he was looking to spend on it.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to be in this year, but that's not how the NHL goes. So he'll be in Europe. But we do have another capable forward coming up in Roslovic. He played for us last season, excuse me, in the playoffs, and he did really well. And in this preseason, he did really well. He looks good positionally. He looks good in terms of his ability to handle the puck and read the defense. Definitely a great setup guy, and I really want to see him on the second line between Line and Ehlers. So we'll have to see what Paul Maurice does with the lines, but I think he will eventually be given that shot if he's not given it right away. And then I also mentioned in our outline here that Comrie can prove himself. He had a chance over the preseason, and I don't believe he did. He really just he needs more time if he's going to make it at all. He's a small guy, and it's really hard to make it in the NHL when you're that small. He's someone that I think still can, but not this year.
Yeah,
and really, I
just
think
to kind of echo those comments on Roslovic, though, he looked really good.
Yeah, didn't he? As if we're not already stacked on that kind of forward talent, then here comes Jack Roslovic breaking in. And, I kind of predicted it from last season in the playoffs. He looked just as good, against Nashville and against Vegas. So he's someone that I'm really looking forward to see what he can do with a full season and hopefully playing with people that he can really set up really well. But overall, that's about it for the Winnipeg Jets this preseason. There are a couple little things that I could pick out, but nothing we really need to cover majorly in the 5-minute major. So I'm going to end it off there. Thanks for joining us, and I'm looking forward to the season, and I hope you guys are. Huh?
Thank you. That's Winnipeg Jets, everybody.